I grew up in Cincinnati. I was at St. John the Evangelist Church in Cincinnati in Deer Park. And I lived at home with my family for the first 18 years of my life. During that time, I attended St. John the Evangelist grade school and then went to Regina High School. We had Sisters of the Precious Blood there. And there were several sisters that I really got to like a great deal, especially Sister Mary Clarencia. She was a business teacher. I had been thinking about whether I wanted to be a sister or not for quite some time, and I didn't know, because I felt attracted both to being a mother and also to being a sister, and how was I to figure this out? And I didn't know, and I kept mulling it around in my mind, and I finally decided this isn't working. I'm just going to chuck the whole idea. I won't be a sister, period. Okay? And so then the next thing that happened was Sister Wilhelmine stopped me in the hallway one day, and she said, "Alice, I just wonder whether you might have a vocation to the sisterhood. You just, it appears to me that you have the right qualifications for that. And, and I just think it might be a good thing." Well, I had to start thinking about it all over again. It wasn't until I was a senior in high school that I made up my mind, yes, I want to be a sister. But then my other concern was where, I had Sisters of the Precious Blood in high school, Sisters of the Mercy of the Holy Cross in grade school, and I had an aunt who was a Franciscan Sister of the Poor. So it was going to be one of those three, but I didn't know how to figure that out. So we had a retreat when I was a senior in high school. It was the first retreat that I ever made. And during that time, I went and spoke with the Franciscan priest who was giving the retreat. And I told him that I had decided I wanted to be a sister but couldn't figure out where. And he said, so I said, can you help me figure this out? I just don't know how to figure it out. So he said, well, you're the one that has to make that decision. That's your life, and you're going to have to decide. I said, I know, but where do you think I'll go? My mom had entered the Sisters of the Precious Blood when she, after high school, and she had been there during postulancy and 2 years novitiate, but she left before she ever made vows. And yet I think I got some of that spirit through her. And so maybe that was my first. Anyhow, I decided it was Sisters of the Precious Blood. So then I told my mom that I had decided this. I hadn't told any of them before that. And she said, well, you're going to have to ask your dad. He was a little authoritarian, So anyhow, that particular week, he was working nights. And I did go down, and he was just surprised to see me. He was in the kitchen getting a snack, and he wanted to know what was going on, and so I told him I had decided I wanted to be a sister. And then he wanted to know where, and I told him, and he said, he didn't say anything at first. He just stood there silently thinking about this whole thing. And I waited. And finally, he said, well, I guess it's okay. Just make sure you're a good one.